Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, and welcome to this episode of the Business Connectors. Great to have you along. I'm here with a great guest and a good friend of mine also, Sean Grobbler from the Village co-working space up here at North Sydney. And we'll get to Sean very shortly because there's certainly some exciting things happening up here at the Village co-working space and North Sydney as a whole, and really excited for Sean to be able to share that with us. Hopefully you've been really enjoying these episodes. You've been connecting with our guests. As I always say, these are well-networked people, so jump on, find them on LinkedIn and make sure that you connect with them so that you can continue to expand your network. But enough of that for now. Let's get on. Sean, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this episode.
Thank you, Mike, for having me.
Really excited with the things that are happening up here. I know it's been a big year for you guys. We've been your first year.
Yep.
And even more bigger things to come.
Absolutely.
Let's start at the start. How did the village come about?
The village came about because, well, really there was space, and two influential entrepreneurs within North Sydney said, let's turn this space into a place where business owners, business professionals on the North Shore can come together, grow their businesses, and be part of a community and support each other. And I think hopefully we've done that this year. We've created a place where it's a business hub, and they're not many. There's actually, we're the only one in North Sydney, which is quite a shame, really. And I like to think that we've become a home for business professionals on the North Shore.
Yeah, fantastic. And I certainly know the feel of this place. When you walk in here, it's always warm, it's always inviting. I pop in quite regularly and just get to sit down at the back there, and you're always doing something on, so I always know if I come on the third Friday, usually, or the third Thursday, you've had your cooking class, and it is certainly a very welcoming place, which has been great. So what types of services does the village offer here?
Well, obviously, as a co-working space, we predominantly offer desk space, so full-time, part-time desk space, a place where you can basically run your business from. Now, we do everything from meeting rooms, training facilities, full kitchens, cafe environment, but also we try and connect and collaborate between co-workers. So you get to share information and learn from other co-workers and business owners here on the North Shore. And then we run ongoing events and activities that the co-workers can attend, but also other local business owners around here. And so people enjoy it, not only because they get to have a business address in North Sydney, they have professional meeting rooms and a great place to work out of, but they also get to mingle and connect with other business owners. To me, it's more than just a desk space.
Yep.
It's a place that grows and enhances your business, so that you can go to that next level. And when our co-workers, some of them who've been here for 6 months to a year almost, come to me and go, Sean, you've done so well this year. I need to go find my own space because I need to grow my team because we've grown and done so great. And I hope to be that stepping stone for some businesses, going from independent to having 5 people in their team going, I need to go to the next stage.
Yep, fantastic, great. And I think back 2 years, 3 years ago, and the rage was going from having your own office, leasing your own office, to then using like a serviced office.
Yes.
And now that's even moving to another step, which we call the co-working office.
Yes.
What's the difference between sort of service office, co-working, and why is this becoming even bigger and bigger?
The whole co-working thing started, 2009, really took off, and it mainly began the technology and creative sector in America and Europe predominantly. But in the last 2 years, 3 years, it's really become huge in Sydney and Australia as a whole. I think there are about 80 co-working spaces. If you exclude the service offices. And the big difference between us and predominantly like a Regus or a Servcorp is there you have your own office, and no one really knows each other there. Where in co-working spaces, if you're an independent business owner, professional, or technology, you're in one open area with a whole bunch of businesses operating. It's a lot more interactive, engaging, collaborative. You almost feel like you're part of a business community.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing, because one of the biggest challenges business owners have, I'm sure you know a lot of these guys, is they work from home, is that isolation. It's not very productive half the time. Where you come here, the number one thing that people tell me when they come here is that I get shit done.
Yep, nice.
And to me, that's important, because They know when they come here or when they come to a co-working space, they're not only learning from other co-workers, but they're getting more work done, which is taking their business to another level quicker.
Yep, fantastic, and so true. People who work from home, that's exactly what they say. They go, sometimes I've got to get out and just go to the coffee shop just so I can see somebody else.
Or I have to put on my suit and tie and sit down and almost think that I'm at work. Correct. Kind of thing. Just otherwise, if I stay, they just do the dishes or they do something else, and anything but to make that important sales call or have that meeting or finish that bloody document or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's true. Very good. I know you run a whole bunch of events here.
Yeah.
I've been to several, and the whole purpose of running the events is really to bring the Sydney business community together.
Yeah.
So as you said earlier, the guys here, that's a benefit for them, but it's really allowing the Sydney business community to be able to come, and I know you're very big on that, and allowing people to come meet each other, collaborate, create opportunities for each other, which is fantastic. Tell us about some of the events that we have here.
Absolutely. Events are a big part of the co-working spaces as well, which is important, and you'll see that no matter where you are with co-working. We run almost events every week here. On the first Thursday of each month, we run a Meet the Co-workers, which is a $5 lunch here. On the second week, we do the Sydney Financial Village Seminar Series, which is a networking group for people in the financial sector. And that's quite broad, but anyone in that finance space, money movers, for instance. The third week we run Man Business, which is a networking event for men in business, quality men in business, we've got some really exciting stuff planned there for next year. We run end of month drinks, but then ongoingly we also North Sydney Chamber of Commerce operate out of here and run a lot of their events here as well. We have external event providers. We have mentoring groups run out of here. So there's always something happening here at the village. And I like that because it means that there's always somebody different walking through the doors. And as you say, in networking, the most important thing is just meeting a whole bunch of different people, learning from them, engaging with them, talking with them. And you always find something new and interesting. And it's time consuming, but it's worthwhile, I think, at the end of the day.
Fantastic, great. A networking pro you are. We have a range of different types of people who watch this. Yes. A lot of people who are afraid of going to a networking event. What's one tip that you could give people about getting themselves out to a networking event and what to do?
Wow, big one. Look, I've been watching this show almost every week, and there's some great networkers sharing some top tips. So I got to think of something a little bit different. I say one of the biggest things when you go to a networking is be prepared. Whether it's finding out who's going before the event and connecting them on social media, or connecting with people beforehand, or knowing exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to present it before you go there, or knowing what you're going to wear for the audience that are going to be at that event. But being prepared gives you confidence. It makes sure that you're presenting the right thing to the right audience at that event. And it just puts you in the right mindset when you go to networking events. I don't think enough people put enough preparation into going to networking events. So spend a little time and you might maximize your output at the end.
Yeah, fantastic advice. Because part of that would also then be knowing the outcome you want from the event.
Yes.
And if you're going to spend 90 minutes doing something, you might as well get the outcome you want. So
absolutely. Like every event I go to these days, it's a case of what do I want to achieve at the end. And if I can't have a real specific objective, I'm not going to waste 90 minutes on my Monday evening or some evening or whatever event it is, or getting up at 7:30 in the morning. No matter what it is, if I'm going to commit to something, I'm going to know that I want to meet this specific, even if it's meeting one person. Yep. I don't care. There's got to be that goal. Otherwise, it's just going to an event for the sake of going to it is a waste of time.
Good. Yeah, it's so true. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's really exciting to be able to have you here with the village celebrating another year.
Yeah, thank you.
And bigger and better things to go in the new year to come.
Look forward to it.
Which is, very exciting. So please make sure that you drop Sean a line, you catch up with him on LinkedIn, you find out about the events that are going on here. If you're a trainer, I use this space here, and there's just a great space to be able to use for your workshops and your courses and things that you're running there. So find out more about that from the village.com.au website.
villageaustralia.com.au. Otherwise, just type in Village Coworking and
You'll find it.
You'll find it.
Yeah, great. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Business Connectors. Please make sure that you connect with me on LinkedIn. Just type in Michael Griffiths and you'll see my head, whether you like to or not, up there on the very front. And send us a message. Love to see you at an event and love to be able to be connected with you in some way. Till the next episode, have a great rest of the day.